Hi, I'm sorry it's taken me a little while to provide your feedback video for this week. Part of what I wanted to do was have some things in place for our next class meeting before I did the video so that I could share with you those items. And so it took me a little while. Sorry about that. I really enjoyed reading your posts this week, especially those trying to think through your definition of curriculum. I thought it was spot on for Amanda to say that I had been sending you on, I think, a centaur hunt, right? Yeah, absolutely, because it was important to start to try and think about what you mean by curriculum, and also to begin practicing this idea of terms in education that everybody assumes they know what everyone else means. You'll find that in your dissertation especially, there'll be terms that you will have to operationalize or define for your readers so that they can know exactly what it is that you're referring to when you say something like differentiation or collaboration. What does that mean within the context of this paper? So curriculum is something for us to talk about and define. Some of the notions that people brought up about curriculum is it only what happens inside schools, or is it broader than that? Is it teacher controlled? Is it student controlled? Is it shared? Is it intentional or unintended? Is it overt or hidden? A lot of what I've just said to you, I've set up as either or, but you can select only one of the either ors in order to simplify your definition and make it manageable, but others might choose to insert the word and rather than the word or and broaden that definition to all of the things that curriculum can convey. And I think if you read through your colleagues' posts, you'll see the different lenses through which people are trying to take on this word curriculum and what it is that it means. Thinking about the curriculum as planned, the curriculum as enacted, the curriculum as experienced, all of those are different lenses with which to view this term curriculum. And the idea, a lot of you brought up Common Core as an example of a curriculum. There is certainly a plan for that curriculum. However, it may be differently enacted based on how it's going to be assessed, and what it will look like based on the assessment is going to change. Lots of good things to think about. I encourage you to read each other's posts to push your own thinking further. I want to show you a couple of things that I've posted in your Going Further folder. One thing you'll see is I've cleaned it up a little bit. The big cut and paste that I have in your creativity folder, it's still there. It's just if you click into the folder, you'll be able to find that table. And I had been posting most recent folder first and then going from there, and I've changed that. I've got enough folders now that it seemed like alphabetical order made sense. One thing I want you to see is in your literature review folder, I've added excuse me, a couple of resources here for writing a literature review. This one in particular, I think steps 5 through 8 are going to be useful to you. 1 through 4, I feel like you've probably already done. So think about 5 through 8 as you work on drafting your literature review. And one of the things you'll see in our lesson plan for March is the practice of, we're going to try to do some concept mapping of your literature review. This is all on the way to creating an outline that we can then flesh out and write from. And so this is just, it's the bubbl.us. There are other concept mapping sites or applications. You could start playing around with this now. We will be doing some work with it, you'll see, on Saturday afternoon. The other thing I want to show you in your Going Further site is this folder on professional learning. Keeping in mind that one of the evidences that you're doing this semester is your professional learning action plan, and trying to think about, based on the needs you've identified in your district and site, what would an action plan for professional learning look like? Part of the resources, one of the resources you can use for that action plan is the Drago-Severson text, thinking about adult learners, how it is adults learn best, and what it is that might shift about the professional learning within your own district to improve the experience for your teachers. Another way to address this idea is going to this website, Standards for Professional Learning. This is from Learning Forward. And of course, there are standards for effective characteristics of professional learning that lead to effective teaching practices, supportive leadership, and improved student results. You can see the standards are here: learning communities, leadership, resources, data, learning designs, implementation, and outcomes. And each standard has a brief video and some reading to do. You can also download the standards in PDF here. And all of that will help you also in thinking about, well, what should professional learning look like in my district? How could we improve it? I also want to point out to you there is an assessment or an instrument here, Standards Assessment Inventory, that is an instrument that can assess the quality of professional learning in your district or site. Obviously, that would be a useful tool for you to have. I have contacted Dr. Islas about what the cost would be for getting that assessment in your hands. Let me see. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure this is the PDF download of the standards. They've got that on every page. But if you read this report, you'll be able to see some sample items of the original, the pilot. But I want to know about how we could get the original instrument in your hands. So I've contacted the developer. The other thing I want to share with you is this site, PD360. It's a collection of professional learning videos. You do not have to watch every video program listed below. I've collected them together. If you go to PD360, you can sign in under my username, which is my email address, skbrown@gardner-web.edu, and the password is PD360. That information is right here in your folder. And if you click, sorry, it's still loading, but the directions are here. If you click on the videos and then click on Watch Later, I've collected videos from several programs on professional learning for you to browse and watch as you're interested. Or you can click on the PD videos and then click on Program and browse the programs. But here are the programs I found for you, and you'll see the videos from all of those different programs in the Watch Later folder, or you can find them by program. Let me show you how that works. So if you're here, if you click on PD videos here and then click on Watch Later, you'll be able to see the different videos that I've pulled that are about professional learning that I thought would be useful to you as you think about, one, they're useful for those of you as you're planning your pillar of practice presentation. You might pull something from this, that would be fine. And two, they'll be useful to you perhaps as you think about your professional learning action plan. Again, you don't need to watch every video. If you click on this little information icon, it will tell you exactly what the video is about and where. It'll give you time markers for specific pieces of it. It tells you the exact length of the video. For many of them, you can also download a guidebook that will give you a synopsis, and it will also give you maybe some activities or questions for discussion. All of that information is available just by clicking the info icon with the video. So you can find them here in my Watch Later library. The other thing that you could do is, after clicking on videos, click on program, and this will show you all of the collections of videos that are found in PD360. See, and you can just look here. There's lots of videos, but so for example, effective professional development might be one you're interested in. If you click that, it'll show you all the videos related to that. Okay, and I think that might be, oh, okay. The other thing I want to tell you about is on your EDCI program resources, I have updated the 704 syllabus. This is the syllabus for this summer. There are some different texts on that syllabus, so I want you to be aware of what the texts are for this summer in case you're already in the market for texts. Also, based on some of the survey feedback from last December, I've worked on writing syllabi for 701, 703, and 705. If you'll click on 705, that's your syllabus for this summer. You'll see we're also going to be adding some texts to your dissertation seminar that I think you'll find helpful. And finally, if you'll go in your previous week's link, you will see, actually I'll move it into your current week, but you'll see your March campus weekend folder. Dr. Spencer will be sharing her dissertation with you on Saturday morning, and you can read, especially look at her methods chapter, look at her abstract, check out her methods chapter, check out some of the things she did in the appendix. That will help you too. But she used participants and their experiences and perceptions to help her understand how writing development progressed in a specific, under a specific teaching philosophy. You might want to broaden your idea of what a program is, but I want you to get another experience of program evaluation applied. Dr. Spencer would not call her dissertation a program evaluation per se, but I think as you read it and you think about the chapter in your program evaluation text that is about participative evaluations, you'll see the connection there. Also, it's a very different kind of dissertation than the one Dr. Blanton presented in February, so I'd like for you to get an experience with that. And your March lesson plan so far is here. I'll be refining and expanding on some of the pieces of that March lesson plan, but you'll get a pretty good idea of what the weekend will consist of. And my parents close on their house on Wednesday the 12th, and I close on a new house on Friday, March 14th, so I will probably be a little bit scattered when I see you next, but I'll look forward to our class as a break from moving. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye.